Tansy Linstall here from the Modern Day Mystic, and I'm here today with the amazing Ellissa. You may know her as the Enchanting Spirit Queen. She's the creator and founder of the Magical Spirit Junkies. Ellissa, thank you so much for taking the time to hop on and do this client celebration. I have to say, your celebrations lately have been incredible. You had obviously a big month last month. Your business has really taken off. So can you just walk us through a little bit how your business has grown and evolved since you implemented a high value program?
Oh, it has been absolutely incredible. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a very long time. So it's kind of been in the works for a long time, but I just was like overwhelmed, and I'm like, how the hell am I going to lay this out? And then I found you. I always feel like people just come into your life when you need them, and you just magically appeared. And I was like, I've been wanting to work with you for a while. And I kept pushing it away because, it's that fear, right? That fear kept pushing its ugly head and being like, no, we can't do this. You can't do this. And then I was like, no, I need to do this. Like, Spirit was pushing me very hard to work with you. And I'm so incredibly grateful that I finally did it and took the plunge and did this group, because it's exactly, and I think I even mentioned it to you, like I said to you, I think this is exactly what I need to push me to the next level. And everything just blew up because, working one-on-one and doing these little things all the time, like I'd have these great results from my clients after working them with just one session. But I felt like, I wanted to make more of an impact on them. And I just felt these little 1 to 2 hour sessions, it just wasn't cutting it. So I wanted to be able to create a program where I could actually work more closely with my clients for a longer period of time, so they have those long lasting results that I want them to have, and that they, of course, have just been wanting their entire life, but they didn't have the tools and the techniques and all this stuff to get them to where they want to be. So I feel so incredibly grateful that I've created this program and took all of the modalities and everything that I have learned and put it into this beautiful program to really, really be able to help transform women's lives across the globe. So I'm so excited about it. And your program, as I said, was exactly what I needed to help set things in motion, and just simple things that I never even thought of. Like, I love how I don't want to say dumb it down, but you make things so simple. Like, it's not complicated. You make it so easy. And for me, that's what I like. I like things to be simplified, right? Step by step. And your program was exactly what I needed. So I am incredibly grateful that you came into my life when I needed you. And I'm just blown away. Like, I feel like I'm in shock sometimes when I look at the income. Like, I turned my yearly income actually in 3 weeks. Like, it was insane. It was insane just by doing the things that you taught us to do. And, all the work that I'd done prior to everything, like, it just all fell into place, and it was just incredible. So yeah.
Yes. And I love that you mentioned this, Ellissa, because I think so often we think, well, I should only do this if I feel absolutely no fear, no doubt. So can you give us like an example? What were some of those doubts or fears or hesitations, we'll call them, for you?
So for me, I've always had this doubt kind of creep up about, not being a successful businesswoman. Like, I never really treated my business like a business. I kind of treated it more like a hobby. But once I started implementing those steps and actually started treating it more like a business, well, look what happened. You know what I mean? And so just getting over those fears, really becoming self-aware. That self-awareness is so huge. Really delving in deeper than my self-image as well, and changing my stories, like those old shitty stories that were like, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not successful enough, like all that shit. I was just like to them, and I was like, nope, no more. Like, that's not who I am. This is the brand new most magnificent version of myself, my most divine self. And I just kept reminding myself when those things would creep up. I'm like, wait a second, is this what my most divine self would think? Hell no. No.
Yeah.
That's not who I am anymore, right? And really stepping into that, into who I truly am, right? And who we all truly are, right? So
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I love that. And I love how you mentioned how it doesn't have to be complicated. Quite often it's more so simplifying it so we can go take action. And you were such an action taker. I mean, within 3 weeks, you had tremendous, tremendous results. So I'm curious for you, what would you say was kind of the moment? Because you mentioned that I had been in your world for a while. We had chatted before, we knew each other. What was it that was that moment that you were like, this is my time to do this? And that's thinking about it, like, this is my time.
Yeah, like it's like getting out of my head and into my heart, right? And just trusting my intuition and like spirit, like kept like saying, like I kept hearing, Ellissa, you need to work with Tanza, you need to work with Tanza. I'm like, oh, I don't know yet, I don't know. And then I don't know, just something in me is like, Ellissa, just, excuse my language, fucking do it. Like just do it.
Yeah.
Stop pissing around. You know that this is the next step that you need to take to up level your business. And again, so it's really tapping into my intuition and trusting it and then taking those actionable steps, right? So that actionable step was signing up to the program, right? And then just diving in. I have to say that's one thing that I've always been proud of myself, when I will just jump in it with both feet, not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. I just jump in and I just do it. You tell me what to do, I'm gonna do it. I don't think about it, I just do it, right? And so that's one piece of advice that I would give. Just don't overthink things. Just jump in with both feet and do it, and you'll learn along the way. Like it's yeah, it's been great.
Absolutely. And you know, I will say I definitely know that you were someone who was ready. You know, I think that you've done so much mindset work over the years and so much of your own healing. You were really ready to experience success. And can we just take a moment to celebrate the fact that you made over $20,000 from one freaking post? Because I think that to so many people sounds unbelievable. But when we can look at your business and look how you've done it, you lead from such a beautiful energy and such a place that people are magnetized to you. They really are. So yeah. I'm curious, for you and your business, do you feel like now your business can grow in a way where you can see, you know, what's next? Do you feel like you have clarity, or how has your mindset or your belief shifted around what's possible for your business? Let's word it that way.
Yes, 100%. I can see how what I'm doing now, it's already evolving from what I first started it as being. Now I'm actually transitioning it into this group program. And so it's already evolving and changing. And I'm just trusting the process, and I'm just not overthinking. Like I said, I'm getting out of my head and into my heart space, and really thinking like, how can I be of service to my clients so that they have the best, most magnificent outcome, that where they can look at their life and for it to be unrecognizable. Like I cannot wait to take my clients there. Like to take, basically what I'm doing is I am taking everything that I've done and learned in these past like 10 years, I've compacted into this program where it's going to be a shorter period of time, obviously, but still have that huge impact like I did. And I want others to experience what I've experienced, and for them to realize that if I can do it, how anybody else can do it, right? And to stop comparing yourself to other people, but looking at those people that have done it and being inspired by them. Not looking at them and being upset or jealous, or, you know, and have these like, you know, what we all have done, and look at it and stop competing with one another and start collaborating and celebrating one another instead, you know?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes, yes, yes. And one more thing I would love to hear your take on is, how has heart-centered sales been for you? Because I know when you started the program, you were like me, you had been in a few MLM businesses and it had never really felt good, maybe had
Yeah.
some limiting stories about sales and how do I go about selling? How has your experience with heart-centered sales felt for you?
Oh, it's felt incredible because, like you said, I was in the MLM industry before, and not, there's some beautiful things that they're not saying anything negative about it, but just my experience, I got a very yucky feeling in regards to selling. And I had to like remove that belief that my program and what I'm doing is helping other people. And by me keeping it to myself, it's being very selfish because I'm here
Yes.
to help people find their light and unleash their inner goddess. And by me staying small and not sharing the gifts that I have to the world, then I'm going to, it gets very selfish because then I'm not going to be able to show others how to do the same. So when I
Mm.
shifted my thoughts around that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm coming from a place from my heart. I'm always so focused in on the heart, right? That's just, I've always done that. And just how when I talked to you about the sales, because I know we chatted about that. And when you said, it's about not looking at it as sales, right? Looking at it that you're changing lives, right? By reaching out to other people and reaching out and sharing your program, you're going to help transform and shift people's lives. So why the hell wouldn't you do it, right? So it's again, yeah, your whole mind shift around the sales and the heart-centered sales. It was so beautiful. And I'm grateful that you really kind of helped shift my mindset around that because I was coming from it from my old version of me, right? Where I'm just like, ew, I don't like sales. I don't want to be like that. I'm like, no, 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 that's not what this is at all. Right. So yeah, that was a
Yes.
beautiful
Especially
realization.
especially when you have such a powerful high value program like you mentioned, you're teaching your clients how to collapse time or quantum leap. I mean, things that took you years and years and years and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and certification after certification after certification to learn, and allowing them to be guided through the whole process and do it quickly with as much ease as possible. It's absolutely life changing.
Exactly.
Absolutely life.
And for them to come out of the program with those tools themselves so that they don't need me, right? So that they can then go teach
Yes.
others. And you know what I mean? It's about me. It's almost kind of like Reiki, like I'm just kind of the conduit, right? And I'm here to kind of help them find what they already have inside of them, but help them find that and help them connect with their soul's purpose, And so I just feel incredibly grateful that I have found my purpose so that I can then help others do the same. And and I feel like once you have found your true purpose, everything just falls into place so easily where you're just like, holy shit, this was so easy. Like, oh my God, I can't believe
Yep.
how easy this was. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just amazing. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I said, sometimes I just look at my life and I'm just like, I can't believe this is actually happening. Like, this is amazing. Like, we're going to buy a new van, and let me tell you, that was huge for us because I think I told you on the call the other day. Like, I can't even get out the door of my passenger door. Like, I can't open it up. Like, someone has to come and let me out, or I have to roll my window down to open it up. Like, the van is like 15 years old.
Oh,
And if it was up to my husband, we'd still freaking keep that and just keep driving it. But I was like, hell no, I am done. I want a new freaking vehicle. Enough is enough.
yes.
So now I don't have to worry about those payments because I'm like, this is the new reality for me, like where I don't have to worry about money. I've done a lot of mindset around money and, really um, developing such a beautiful relationship with money because I had such a horrible relationship with money growing up, right? Like where you had to work your ass off if you were going to be successful and you had to be away from your family and all this stuff. And I was like, no, I don't want that. right? But I was like holding myself back by not having that good relationship with money. And so I'm happy to be able to help others learn how to do that as well in this program that I'm running. So I'm just so excited.
Absolutely. It is absolutely life-changing for them, and for you, truly the sky is the limit with your business. I know that this is going to be a year that you will remember for the rest of your life as such a year that sparked so many big changes in your life. So I would love to hear, Ellissa, what would be your words of advice to someone who's been debating joining the accelerator program, or maybe been hanging out in the Modern Day Mystics community and is just feeling themselves struggling with a little bit of that fear or doubt, or thinking, can I really do this? What advice would you give to them?
My advice is just do it. Just do it. Don't second guess yourself and just take the plunge. Like I made my money back within a couple of weeks and plus more. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was able to pay the program off like super fast. So why wouldn't you do it, right? Especially if you are, in a spiritual business and you are just feeling like super drained and your energy is drained. By creating these programs, you can just work like smarter and not harder, right? Because I want to be able to still have the time off if I want to go have a facial, or if I want to go hang out with friends for lunch. I want that flexibility in my life, or be able to go and, go away with my family and take them away somewhere. I want to be able to have that flexibility. And now I can, where before I was like working, and trying to do all these things and everything, and just being exhausted, and where I would just end up not doing anything because I was just burnt out. And so by working and creating these high value programs, it's just no brainer, right? It's just a no brainer.
It is so amazing to watch and to witness, especially because I just realized that today is March 14th, and we officially began January 14th. So that means in the last 2 months, your life has evolved, your business has evolved, you have evolved in so many incredible ways.
Yeah, like it's insane. It really is. Like, and like I'm almost like getting like emotional, because for so long I never ever thought like this was possible for me. I really didn't think it was possible. And being able to have this belief in myself and my business is just so beautiful. And thank you for helping me get there.
Oh my goodness, it is such an honor, especially when I see a woman who is so powerful, so heart-centered. And I know that your whole business has been built to help others. For me to see you be able to help others, to be able to witness through the ripple effect, their lives transforming and changing, and knowing that they're going to carry this forward with them for generations. I mean, that for me lights me up. And also seeing you be able to generate the kind of income that is going to give your family so much freedom and give you so much freedom.
Yes.
And really to just know that this is only 8 weeks in, to know where this is going to go a year from now. You and I are going to check in, and it's going to be like, can't believe this is my life. And it's so incredible.
I can't wait. I'm so excited about my future and my clients' futures, and just where this is all going to evolve. And I have so many other ideas coming up all the time. So I'm very excited to see what the future holds. And I'm proud of myself for finally stepping into who I truly am, and excited to help others do the same. So yeah, thank you.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love that so much. Well, thank you so much, Ellissa, for taking this time to have this celebration with me and to share it with everyone, because it truly is something that when we share our celebrations, and I think as heart-centered women, we often really we don't want to brag, right? So we avoid celebrating. But when we're able to celebrate, I know that there are women who are just like who you used to be and who I used to be out there going, I don't know, can I do this? or even men, mystics in general will say, who are still doubting themselves, wondering, can I ever actually make a career out of this? Can I ever do this? So every time we share those celebrations, we're helping them to see that this is possible. There is help out there. So I would love to hear, for those who are listening to you, who just really resonate with your energy, where can they find you? Where should they come check you out?
So you can check me out on TikTok under Enchanting Spirit Queen, or you can join my Magical Spirit Junkies community on Facebook. But you can find all of this if you go onto my website at magicalspiritjunkies.com.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Ellissa, for being here with me today. I'm so excited about your celebrations and the celebrations that are yet to happen. And for any of you who are watching this, who want to know more about the Accelerator program, which is the 8-week program Ellissa is just wrapping up, just comment down below or send me a message, Accelerator, and I will get you all the details.